business yakho security uqale phansi noma wayithenga ku Morgan Mawumela?
Ngiqale phansi, but mengivula I did not have isira. So Morgan by then had isira. So ngivule ngaye. Then mengicatha ukuba nesira then ngiyibuyisa kini.
Morgan Mawumela lesikhuluma ngaye yilo obathi umshana ka wepresident ANC Mr. Cele lo wephalaphala.
Yeah, basho kanjalo bathi umshana wakhe.
Abazani.
Bayazani mara akusumshana wakhe.
One of the most important things that were said by Vusumuzi Matlala is how much he didn't like the way he was treated by Bheki Cele, and that he doesn't really like Bheki Cele. He even said that he's willing to do anything because he doesn't really like Bheki Cele.
Do you think you are arrested because you stopped giving General Cele money?
I'm saying it might be one of the reasons.
Are you angry against General Cele?
I'm not happy with him.
You're not happy with him?
Yes.
Such that you can say anything about him?
Yeah, but not lying.
Okay, thank you very much. Sure.
And if you guys can or did listen to this testimony very attentively, is that his testimony was just about two people, Bheki Cele and Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. So I want to think that these are two people that have given him a lot of trouble, that he doesn't like. Yes, he's spoken about Brown Mukhotsi, but it seems like these two are the ones that he decided to, the way he thought, to throw them under the bus and make this testimony to be about them. He started by linking them to his tender, to his harassment, and linked them to one of the biggest things that he revealed, which was the Zulu War or the Zulu fight. And I think that was one of the things that caught me, and I thought it was very important for us to address this Zulu War or this Zulu thing that has been going on.
Saying to you, you are caught in the Zulu War. What did you understand him to mean by that?
I just understood the part when he said, I'm caught up between a fight. But when he mentioned the word Zulu War, I did not understand what was he trying to say by that.
So, as you guys have heard from the video that I've played, that there is something that is called the Zulu fight or Zulu War that seems like it involves the faction of Bheki Cele and the faction of Senzo Mchunu. So this is the fight of these two ministers, the former Minister of Police and the current or the on-leave Minister of Police. And it seems like anyone who comes in, they have to either take the side. And it seems like Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, Khumalo, they are more leaning towards the side of Cele, while he leans towards the side of Mchunu and wants to protect the Mchunu interests.
Did you realize that Mr. Cele was actually recruiting you to aid and abet the conflict between the two factions by saying that keep entertaining Mkhwanazi because it's going to lead us to eventually, to reach the minister in whatever way. So you were now becoming a participant, active participant in the fanning of the flames of that conflict between these two powers. Don't you think that you are now an active participant?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But the three stances that I think people have taken in this whole proceedings and the testimony of Vusumuzi Matlala are three. There's those ones that have seen Bheki Cele and Mkhwanazi as guilty. There's those ones that are not sure. And there's those ones that believe that they're not guilty. Those ones who say they're not guilty are the ones who are like the MKP member. I think it was Nomvalo.
And Mr. Mkhwanazi in this meeting, according to your assertion, advises you to come to his rescue, correct?
Yes.
To influence IPIT, not to continue. I mean, the lady to withdraw a complaint at IPIT, correct?
Yes.
And then Mr. Mkhwanazi also says to you, you also raise your frustration with Mr. Mkhwanazi about the contract, the health risk contract, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then Mkhwanazi, after that meeting, he does not return to you to give you progress report with regards to an undertaking that he made, correct?
Yes.
Don't you think that Mkhwanazi played you on that day? Because the reason why I'm saying that is this. The sequence of events, on the 6th of December, they raided your house, correct?
Yes.
And the team that raided your house is the PKTT, a team which accounts to him, correct? And then on the same month, December 2024, they raided your house. I think the date is the second raid was on the
second raid, it was the office actually, not the house.
Yeah, yes, but they raided you.
If I'm not mistaken, who said that Vusumuzi Matlala was trapped. It was part of Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's investigation for him to actually meet Vusumuzi Matlala.
Don't you think that Mkhwanazi was busy with an investigation on that day, but you never realized it?
Yes, I don't know.
Don't you think that you were trapped on that day by Mkhwanazi? Because this guy makes an undertaking that he's going to intervene. He will speak with the lady in question and revert to you. He does not come back to you. He does not give you any report. So to me, it shows that Mkhwanazi was never part of any he never committed himself to an undertaking that he made to you. He was busy investigating you.
And then there's those ones who are saying he's guilty.
So Section 34 of the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act, right, imposes a duty on certain individuals to report corruption, fraud, theft, forgery, atari, etc. if the value involved is 100,000 rand or more. This particular section applies to individuals in a position of authority who know or suspect that these offenses have been committed, and failure to report is a criminal offense. I'm asking you now, are you saying General Mkhwanazi knew that General Nkua is corrupt, however, he did not fulfill his duty to report such corruption?
I'm saying General Mkhwanazi told me that General Nkua is getting money from the service provider that she was working with. And then she was even buying properties that she cannot afford.
So arguably then General Mkhwanazi himself is guilty of a crime of not reporting. I've read to you Section 34 of PRECA.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
And actually, the others who, part of the faction that believes that, or part of the people that believe that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and Cele, especially Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, is not guilty, are those ones that even say arguments like, no, this is a lie, this is fabricated, there's nothing like that.
We're going to get. But the guy whom you went to talk to withdraw the case, what was he going to get in exchange for withdrawing the case?
Nothing.
So General Mkhwanazi sends you, ask this guy, and the guy must just withdraw the case, he gets nothing in return.
Nothing.
Then we have the other faction that says that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi is guilty. Those ones are the ones that are similar to Kuselo. And Kuselo, from the way she posed the question, it seems like she's saying that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi might be guilty and that he was trying to defeat the ends of justice by concealing certain information. He was legally, through a legislation, obliged for him to reveal the certain information about General Nkua and get General Nkua arrested. The fact that he, in a way, complied with Vusumuzi Matlala makes him guilty.
Who do you think he was referring to when he said us? We already know us would mean himself and General Khumalo. Who else do you think he would refer to?
I would think maybe that whole unit.
Which whole unit?
The PKTT unit.
Are all of them Zulus?
No, I don't think all of them are Zulus.
So the war is...
Some of them within them, yes.
Would you think potentially that the war would be because you testified that Mr. Cele told you to continue talking to Mr. Mkhwanazi so that you can get information that they can use against Minister Mchunu, correct?
Yes.
And by they, it is himself, General Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi, correct?
Yes.
So would you then say, based on that testimony, that this war could also refer to a war between General Mkhwanazi, Mr. Cele, General Khumalo, and Mr. Mchunu?
Yes.
Based on that, would you say that all of this that we are doing here now, possibly, all of this taxpayers' money that we are using to deal with this, your testimony would mean that we are doing all of this because we too are caught in the middle of a Zulu war?
I don't know about that.
And there's those ones who are not sure, for example, like Souls and other MPs. They believe that there is no evidence that actually shows that these people actually met. So as long as there is no evidence, it's not easy for them to ascertain if whatever that Vusumuzi Matlala is saying is true.
Do you understand that the common thread in the evidence before this committee is that you were corruptly bankrolling and influencing senior police officials? Whether you deny it or not, you have admitted to bribery of a former police minister. So why on earth should we believe you that you didn't bribe any other officials?
I'm not saying I want you to believe me. I'm telling you what I know. So whether you believe me or not, that is something else.
Why would a person who presents himself exclusively as a businessman be routinely providing large cash payments to senior police officials, including claims of leaving money in bins, paying for medical procedures, funding of officials within crime intelligence? Why would you be doing all of this?
I've never
got your firearms back. Why do you pay? You have a history of paying people in SAPS.
But the information...
You've captured SAPS.
But the information you have is wrong. I've never...
And people are always borrowing money from you. It's always in SAPS.
Can I answer? Are you finished?
Okay.
I'm saying I never left any money in the bin.
I put it to you again, if these payments were not intended to influence wrongdoing, unlawful protection, preferential treatment, disappearance, and withdrawal of cases, then for what legitimate business purpose, you being a businessman, for what legitimate business purpose were they made? You presented yourself as a businessman. All these transactions, what business value did it have in it for you?
Business value meaning giving Mr. Cele money.
Yeah. and everyone else who's
That was not a business transaction.
not a business transaction.
Yes.
And as you guys have heard that actually he was owing Bheki Cele 1 million, and you know there was Woolworths bags involved, and that he believes that he was being extorted by Bheki Cele, but Bram Mkhwanazi was a con artist. So now let us understand this Zulu fight, right? Seems like there is these two factions. And I don't know, probably there's someone from the ANC here who understands, but it seems like Bheki Cele and Senzo Mchunu don't get along. And when Vusumuzi Matlala went there to assist Bheki Cele, it seems like he was caught in the middle and he didn't know which faction that he should belong to.
Mr. Matlala, do you want us to believe that the former minister, multiple police generals, IPID, a torture victim, a task team, all conspired to target you, one businessman?
That's what happened.
Why? What makes you so threatening? I mean, the way you sit here, you come across either extremely naive or you want us to believe a totally different version of what your rap sheet says. So why are you so threatening to them?
Why am I threatening them?
No, why are you a threat to them? I'm not saying you're threatening them.
I am not a threat to them. I believe that because of they thought that I'm close to General Sibia or Minister Mchunu. So actually, I was not the target from what I heard from Minister Cele. So, but through me, they were going to get to their people.
But it seems like there's this thing that is called the Zulu fight that is enabling this whole fight that is going on between these two. So in actual fact, this is not about Mkhwanazi, this is not about justice, this is not about anything, but it's about to discredit Senzo Mchunu, because Senzo Mchunu was about to be the president or was running to be the next president of the ANC. I don't know whether Bheki Cele is not happy about this. It's so shocking, or it's so worrying how everything always boils down to politics. That people are just pushing their own politics, and it's happening within the ANC. We know that in the ANC there's a lot of factions. There's people that are for whatever faction that they belong to. But I never thought that I would see such a day whereby there's these two factions, and now Abo Mkhwanazi are being caught in these factions. Let us first start with the stance that says that Mkhwanazi is not guilty. We need more evidence in this situation. I definitely think that high chances there is no evidence, that this guy has no evidence whatsoever to prove. Because if you guys even remember during his testimony, there's parts where you'll be like, I'm not sure, I don't know. So he's not sure about what he's saying, and there's probably no evidence to back up what he's saying.
Testimony is true. Would you say that you are corrupt, General Mkhwanazi is corrupt, Mr. Cele is corrupt? Is that what you would be saying?
When you say I'm corrupt by trying to influence this guy to withdraw the case.
When you agree to assist in defeating the ends of justice, you are participating.
But I was not given much of a choice, because he said he's going to charge me with the case of my ex-girlfriend. And it actually happened. That's why I'm here now, because of that case.
In your world, yes. In your world, yes. You are found in a rock and a hard place. But in terms of the fact, you would be participating in defeating the ends of justice.
Yes, in that context, I agree.
Then there is this part that says that he's guilty. And the people that say that he's guilty, they themselves don't have the proof. But they believe that if Mkhwanazi indeed has done this, of which high chances he has done, then which means he has played a role in enabling his corruption. He's played a role in ensuring that this person continues with whatever corruption that is already started and has already been part of. Then we have the portion of not guilty. I think the portion of not guilty are people who who have the same reasoning as the people of not sure. Because Vusumuzi Matlala failed to bring about evidence to show that indeed Mkhwanazi works or is in the faction of Bheki Cele. Because I want to believe that if indeed this meeting happens, and if Bheki Cele knows that that Mkhwanazi was about to have a certain conversation with Vusumuzi Matlala, and the conversation is of a certain kind, I want to really believe that high chances this was discussed even before he came in. Meaning that Bheki Cele knows of the plan of Mkhwanazi, or knew that Matlala was being investigated and the police were onto him. And this was part of the trap, and this was part of the investigation to see how far is he willing to go, and whether really he is that man who always uses money to get certain things.
We need some, even if it's small evidence that demonstrate that you indeed exchanged money, because the problem is that Mabonga is dead.
Yes.
And the protector that went to fetch the Woolworths bag Is he still alive, and will he be prepared to dispose an affidavit that you send him in the presence of Minister Cele to go and fetch a bag? And obvious, if he's a personal protector, meaning a bodyguard, he will walk with you or behind you as you walk to the car with Minister Cele, and then you will he give us some affidavit?
Yes. Yes.
Because as Glettenbach and James said, they're telling the truth. Even Saul said.
Because of the kind of way this business contracts was done at Tembisa, and her mother exposed it, and she was shot. And that's evil.
Disagree.
And do you know why that evil took place? You might not have been there that day, but that evil took place, that her mother exposed, because all those people, including what you participated and received benefit from, was due, the root of that was the love of money.
They were telling the real truth about this whole situation, and the truth is that this man is a criminal.
It's not a coincidence. I'm telling you that you're not some unlucky bystander that happened to find himself in this space. When you go through the list of offences and things that you've been charged of, it's very clear that you've built a very lucrative career on things that shouldn't necessarily have been the supposed, as you call it, ethical way of doing things. So I want to put it to you that you are the central figure in this corrupt enterprise. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, that's not the truth.
So who is the central figure?
I don't know.
Pig feed, then the pigs will eat you up. And that is exactly what you're doing. Thank you, Chair.
And that he used money to make sure that he gets or he gains his influence over the police. He was controlling the police to the point that even Abonkos, they were just his ice boys.
And did you, or do you know, do you regard Sergeant or Colonel Kgoshi as a friend of yours?
No, not as a friend.
Sorry?
Not as a friend.
But he's come to your house, yes, and you share or shared a passion for cycles, motorcycles?
Yes, and
he did a lot of things for you, you said?
Yes.
Like what?
Like, sometimes I'll be at my farm, and then I will ask him to, I remember like some of the things that I asked him to do, like to buy.
Sorry.
Like, I remember one time that I asked him to come to go fetch my bank card and buy for me a bike for a battery for a speedboat, because my battery was dead, and bring it to the farm.
And so this shows the type of influence he's had in SAPS, the type of power that he has against these police officers in the SAPS.
So it wouldn't be unfair to say that you are well connected. Would you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that.
Well, you have meetings with General Mkhwanazi, you have meetings with General Senona is your friend, head of the walks. You've had meetings with a former minister, General Cele. You also made some payments to him, you say, you allege. These are people that most of us would never ever dream of meeting as ordinary citizens. You've met them. So I'm just putting to you that you are well connected to people high up in SAPS.
So will I be wrong if I say even them, when they meet business people, they are well connected?
That these are people who are well connected?
These police officials, when they meet business people, will I be wrong if I say they are also well connected?
Absolutely, that is why you're connected to them. They are connected because they are decision makers in the police, and in turn they are also connected to decision makers like ministers and former ministers in the police.
My view is when you in some type of line of business, and then your business gets to a certain level, you'll meet people on a different level. So meeting those people is not of a corrupt nature for you to meet with those people. Whether those people they are connected or not, it does not justify to say that other people they can only dream of meeting them.
And I'm worried because this man has been accused with many crimes, even though there's others that he has not found guilty, charges were dropped.
But in 2000, you were arrested for possession of suspected stolen property. The matter was withdrawn, you'll recall.
In 2000?
Yes.
That's a long time, yes, but I will say yes, yeah.
Yes. Also in 2000 in Silverton, you were arrested for theft out of a motor vehicle. That too was withdrawn. You recall?
I don't recall, but I take it.
Okay. Also in 2000, you were again theft of a motor vehicle in Brooklyn. That too was withdrawn. You recall?
Yes.
In 2001 in Cinderville, you were arrested for burglary at a residential premises. In fact, you were convicted of that. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what counter sentence did you get?
4 years.
You served it?
Yes.
2006, cash in transit. You were acquitted?
Yes.
2011, theft of a motor vehicle was withdrawn?
Yes.
2012, house robbery, possession of suspected stolen goods, withdrawn.
Yes.
2012, Brooklyn, common assault, withdrawn.
Yes.
2012, in Mamelodi, possession of housebreaking equipment, withdrawn.
Yes.
2013, in Alberton, house robbery, withdrawn.
Yes.
2015, Silverton, carjacking and possession of suspected stolen goods, withdrawn.
Yes.
2016, possession of a firearm without a license, impersonation of a police officer, resisting and obstructing or assaulting a police officer, withdrawn.
Yes.
2018, attempted murder, withdrawn.
Yes.
That's quite a checkered history. Most people don't rack up that kind of history with the police. Would you agree? Would you agree?
Agree what?
Most people don't rack up this kind of history with the police.
I don't know that.
You don't know that. And how is it, Mr. Matlala, that you lived such a charmed life? Out of that entire list of activities, you were only convicted once. How did you manage that? Or were the rest all just nonsense charges?
Nonsense.
Yes, were they just nonsense charges?
No.
How is it that you were, everything was withdrawn or you were acquitted?
Was I supposed to be convicted?
Well, if you were guilty, yes.
Yes, if I was guilty.
Yes.
Yes.
But still, the fact that he got away with it is what worries me. That this man has really gotten away with a lot of things and still befriends people that are police officers, to a point that he even said something about Senona, that Senona is my friend.
And when you met General Mkhwanazi, was General Senona with you?
Yes.
And you say that Senona is an old friend of yours?
It is. As a big brother.
Or something, my brother, or something like that. This is the head of the Hawks in KZN, and you all are friends. And this is the very man that has also been accused of being part of corruption. This is the man that has his own list of corruption. The same thing as this Nengi person who is involved in this whole situation, who was tortured, said that he was tortured by Mkhwanazi. Even Nengi is currently on the run because there's a warrant of arrest against Nengi.
Give Cele $500,000 in exchange for a favor?
If you were in my shoes, you would do it as well.
No, that's not the question. The question is that not what you did? Did you not give Cele $500,000
yes, I gave him
for
money.
a favor? That's a bribe.
I was not bribing him.
You were. You're in denial, but you were. You're a crook.
I am.
You're a thief. You're a fraud. And you're corrupt. And the problem in this country today is that people like yourself clothe yourself in the respectability of calling yourself a businessman when you are nothing but a dishonest thug. You make an illicit fortune by stealing from the poorest of the poor. It's people like you and your associates that have robbed generations of South African children of their futures. Shame on you, sir. I'm finished, Chair.
If you guys, I don't know if you guys knew that, but I found this recently when I was just checking out about this Nengi person, and also the tender, the 1.9 billion tender that has been given to the Metropolitan.
Mina, honestly, I think our niggas by the tender, they want it back.
Metropolitan.
Yes.
Uthi wena Metropolitan le tender ilithole kayi3.
Ngoba even now bayithumela kubo futhi as we speak.
Ibuyele back kubo.
Yes.
I-owner ubani le Metropolitan?
Ngisaba nokukhuluma igama.
Mfethu. Nayiba kwenza nefso Max. Usesi-Max bro, ngiyakutshela ngeneki la. Nama ngikhona ukena.
Amanye amagama akakhulunywa.
Very cautious there. If Vusumuzi Matlala is afraid of that man, who do we think we are? We need to play our cards very close to our chest when it comes to that situation, because we don't want to put ourselves in trouble. But nonetheless, these are some of the things that show that Vusumuzi Matlala has really gotten the hang of things and has really controlled this whole thing, including befriending these people. Because there's no way that when every police officer is your friend.
I also put it to you that you tried to avoid appearing before this committee. I also went and I got the records of your consultation with your lawyers. You were actually privileged to have been with them almost every day. You received visits, hours of consultation from 12 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Yet your lawyers wrote this committee a letter saying that you weren't given ample time and you weren't given privacy. And when I check the records, it shows that you were given ample time. In fact, you were favored. In fact, you actually have your family. I'm not sure if your wife is your legal consultant, part of the team. You have your wife here every day with you in the consultation room. This department has gone beyond the call of duty to accommodate you, and yet your lawyers could send this committee threatening messages saying that they're going to take us to court.
And I don't know if you guys have also realized this, that everybody's trying to protect Mchunu. I don't know if it's because of Mchunu is a minister and Mchunu, might be the next ANC president, whatever the case may be. But everybody does not want to badmouth Mchunu. It's like Mchunu doesn't know anything, Mchunu is innocent, really. But that's the thing, his name keeps on coming up. He finds himself in the circle of these people. It's like he's in the middle. And there's no way that you guys can tell me that all these people are conspiring against him. Hence this new thing of the Zulu fight. that this Zulu fight is there because it's a conspiracy against him, to defeat him, to discredit him as Mchunu. If you guys listen to the testimony properly, because this thing seems like it's political. It's about Bheki Cele fighting with Mchunu and using many different people, including Vusumuzi Matlala.
Scratch my back, I will scratch yours.
Because his demands were becoming very unreasonable.
But his demands may be commensurate with the kind of service that he has actually been giving you.
Yes, that I see, but like I'm saying, he started to want more.
And giving less.
No, there was nothing to give anymore. Because what I want actually happened, so there was nothing that I wanted from him.
Okay.
And I love the way Julius Malema did even put to this whole thing that we are all human beings and we all have history. And it's so painful to see this man who is a father to 9 people, finding them himself intertwined or accused of kidnapping a man who's a father. And not just the man, even the partner of the business partner to Jerry. And that this lady and the child were also kidnapped. And this man grew up without a father, and the mother, experienced trauma. And also he was like a street kid. All of that history is very painful to hear. But that's the thing. Vusumuzi Matlala is also intertwined in cases that are very painful, like the one of Jerry Boshoga.
Their father not returning from home, because every sunset they look forward to the return of their father, and the father does not come back. Like you growing up without a father. These children want their father, they want to see their father returning. And no one must do that to children and our wives.
You agree?
With your security experience, do you think Jerry is still alive? I mean, those kidnapping people, if they kidnap you to extort money, for you to give them money, a ransom and all of that. But once they keep you for too long, you become an expense to them, because they have to feed you, they have to, if you're sick, medication, accommodation and all of that. Why would they keep you this long when they know that there's actually nothing coming forward? Do you think Jerry is still alive? Not do you know. With your own security experience and your instinct as a friend who says to the mother of Jerry, this was like my younger brother. Something in you should tell you that this guy is no longer there or is still there.
Honestly, I agree with you. At some point, he will end up being a liability to his abductors. So I don't think also myself by now that if he's alive, then what are they gaining for keeping him so long and then spending money on him, but they're not getting anything in return. So it's a very hard one to accept, but obviously when you add one and one together, for me, it does not give me, I wouldn't say that these people will benefit anything from keeping him so long. I don't think so.
I don't know what you guys think, and I just want to lastly seal off this video by talking about how this man actually implicated himself and ensured that in the process of implicating himself, he doesn't go alone in that grave of implication, but he drags as many people as he can. But what is so worrying is that he never provided any evidence in his testimony. His testimony lacked the evidential part of things. But besides that, I just want to say that this whole testimony was just to discredit Cele and to discredit Mkhwanazi and to push that narrative that these people are working together.
Yeah, but you've already paid huge amounts of money to a person of influence. That's illegal. It's unlawful, those payments you made. Do you accept that?
Yes, Chair. I'm here because you're asking me to be honest. So
yeah, now we appreciate it.
I don't want to lie to you now. I'm telling you what really happened.
And I'm asking you, you know that this is not right. Whatever they may be doing, these generals accepting money, buying property, living beyond their means, you know that that's not right. But you are now becoming party to it. Why would you? You've got a contract. You've been awarded a huge contract. But now you've already been paid millions by SAPS as part payment to that contract. Why would you now continue to participate in these clearly unlawful activities, criminal activities?
Jay, I've got letters here that I will share with you that I tried every avenue to ask why am I being delayed to get purchase orders, and they didn't get any answer. So that's why I ended up going directly to her to get answers, because I've got letters here that I don't think you've got these attachments, but we'll share them with you.
I don't know what you guys think about this whole thing. I don't know what you guys think about this Zulu fight. Do you think it's there, or Mugai just created something that does not even exist? And yeah, what do you guys think about everything? Do you think that indeed Bheki Cele and Senzo Mchunu, they are fighting and they're using as many people, including Vusumuzi Matlala, Mkhwanazi, and everybody else who plays part of this whole thing? It has nothing to do with PKTT. It has nothing to do with the police and getting justice and ensuring that our country is in order. But it has everything to do with the fictional politics of the ANC.
You remember that you have told us that actually you were supposed to pay him R1 million.
Yes.
So you owe him R500,000. Now, why do you call him an extortionist? when we've entered into a deal with him in which you're supposed to pay R1 million and you've only paid half of it?
Because he was demanding for more than $1 million.
But why did you not go to $1 million and say, no, Chief, we can't proceed now because the deal has come to an end? And then instead you're calling him an extortionist.
That was a toxic relationship, what I can tell you. So from the meeting that I had with him, I could see that this is very toxic.
Or you just saying that, you know what, if he can provide evidence, we will believe him. Or you want to be in the part that says that, you know what, whatever that he's going to say, we are sticking to Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi's version is the true one. Mkhwanazi's version is Mkhwanazi is telling the truth. And there's nothing like Mkhwanazi working with Bheki Cele and them trying to bring Senzo Mchunu down, using everybody, including Vusumuzi Matlala. And that there was never that meeting. Or you are taking the Nomvalo part that says that even though there was that meeting, this whole thing, this entire thing was a trap. I don't know. Please comment your thoughts. I will see you guys on my next upload. Bye.
There's a picture of you with President Ramaphosa. Is it fabricated or is it your friend?
Wait.
No, I'm saying, what do you mean?
There's no picture of me with President Ramaphosa.
You don't have?
No, there's no picture of me with President Ramaphosa.
I can show you.
Show me.
I'll show you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Che.
Thank you.
I'll send the Che.
Matlala.
Yes.
And Honorable James.
James,
no, wait.